Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an important topic: foods you should avoid if you have high blood pressure. We all love to enjoy a delicious meal, but did you know that certain foods can actually wreak havoc on your blood pressure? Don't worry, I'm not here to tell you to eat salads for the rest of your life. Instead, I'm going to walk you through 10 common foods that can contribute to high blood pressure, and I'll give you some healthy swaps you can make to protect your heart health. Let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off with the biggest culprit when it comes to high blood pressure: salt. It's something we all have in our kitchens, and it's so easy to overdo it without even realizing. Now, I'm not saying you have to banish salt from your kitchen completely, but you definitely want to keep an eye on your intake. Salt is essential for flavor, but moderation is key. You see, when you eat too much salt, your body holds on to extra water. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it can have serious health implications. Think of it like this: the salt is like a sponge, soaking up all the fluids in your system. This extra fluid can make you feel bloated and uncomfortable. This extra fluid increases the volume of your blood, and more blood pumping through your vessels means higher pressure on your artery walls. Over time, this can lead to serious conditions like hypertension. That's why the American Heart Association recommends limiting your sodium intake to less than 2,300 milligrams per day, which is about a teaspoon. It might not seem like much, but it can make a big difference. And if you have high blood pressure, your doctor might even recommend aiming for even less. It's all about finding that balance to keep your heart healthy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dr. Mike, how am I supposed to know how much salt is in everything? It can be overwhelming, but there are ways to manage it. Don't worry, I've got you covered. There are simple steps you can take to monitor your salt intake without feeling deprived. Be sure to check the nutrition labels on your food, and be mindful of hidden sources of sodium. Many processed foods contain more salt than you might expect. We'll talk more about those sneaky culprits in just a bit. But for now, start by being more aware of what you're eating and how much salt it contains. Small changes can lead to big health benefits. Let's talk about a lunchtime staple that might be secretly sabotaging your blood pressure: canned soup. You might not realize it, but that convenient can of soup could be doing more harm than good. Now, I get it, canned soups are convenient, they're affordable, and they can be pretty tasty on a cold day. They're a quick fix when you're in a rush or just don't feel like cooking. But many of them are loaded with sodium. This high sodium content can be a silent enemy to your health. Remember how we talked about salt acting like a sponge? It retains water, which can increase your blood pressure. Well, those canned soups can be like little sodium sponges, lurking in your pantry. They might seem harmless, but they pack a salty punch. Just one serving can sometimes contain over 800 milligrams of sodium, which is more than a third of your daily recommended intake. Imagine having 2 servings. That's already more than half of your daily limit. But don't despair, soup lovers. There are healthier alternatives that can still satisfy your craving for a warm, comforting bowl of soup. There are ways to enjoy this comforting dish without sending your blood pressure through the roof. You can start by looking for low sodium or reduced sodium options at the grocery store. Look for low sodium or reduced sodium options at the grocery store. These versions have the same great flavors, but with a fraction of the salt. These versions have the same great flavors, but with a fraction of the salt. You can enjoy your favorite soups without the guilt. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not try making your own soup at home? Homemade soup allows you to control every ingredient that goes into your pot. That way, you have complete control over the ingredients and can adjust the sodium content to your liking. Plus, you can experiment with fresh herbs and spices to create unique flavors that you won't find in a can. Let's be honest, who doesn't love a good sandwich? Whether it's a classic BLT, a hearty club, or a simple ham and cheese, sandwiches are a staple in many of our diets. They are convenient, versatile, and downright delicious. But if you're watching your blood pressure, you might want to think twice about piling on the deli meats. These seemingly innocent slices can have a significant impact on your health. Processed meats like salami, ham, and bologna are often packed with sodium. Sodium is used extensively in the curing process to enhance flavor and preserve the meat. These meats are cured and preserved with salt, which helps to extend their shelf life but can also wreak havoc on your blood pressure. High sodium intake is a major contributor to hypertension, which can lead to serious health issues. Plus, many deli meats are also high in saturated fat, which can contribute to high cholesterol and heart disease. Saturated fats can clog your arteries, making it harder for your heart to pump blood efficiently. So what's a sandwich enthusiast to do? It might seem like all your favorite options are off the table, but that's not the case. Don't worry, you don't have to give up sandwiches altogether. There are plenty of ways to enjoy a tasty sandwich without compromising your health. Just make some simple swaps to make your lunchtime favorites healthier. Start by choosing fresh ingredients and avoiding processed options. Instead of processed deli meats, opt for fresh, lean cuts of meat like turkey breast or chicken breast. These options are lower in sodium and saturated fat, making them a heart-healthy choice. You can even try plant-based alternatives like hummus or avocado for a delicious and nutritious twist. These options are not only lower in sodium and fat but also packed with vitamins and minerals that are good for your heart. They might be crunchy and tangy, but those pickles lurking in your fridge could be secretly contributing to your high blood pressure. Pickles are often brined in salt, which means they can pack a surprising sodium punch. Just a few slices of some pickle varieties can contain hundreds of milligrams of sodium. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up pickles entirely. If you enjoy the occasional pickle, look for low sodium or reduced sodium options. These varieties offer the same tangy crunch with less of the blood pressure raising sodium. And if you're feeling adventurous in the kitchen, you can even try making your own pickles at home. That way you can control the amount of salt that goes into the brine. Let's be real, frozen pizzas are a lifesaver on busy weeknights. They're quick, they're easy, and they satisfy those pizza cravings. But unfortunately, many frozen pizzas are also loaded with sodium. From the crust to the sauce to the toppings, sodium can really add up in these convenient meals. Plus, many frozen pizzas are also high in unhealthy fats, which can contribute to weight gain and other health problems. But don't worry, pizza lovers, you don't have to give up your favorite food. There are healthier ways to enjoy pizza without sending your blood pressure soaring. Look for frozen pizza brands that offer low sodium or reduced sodium options. Or even better, try making your own pizza at home. They might seem innocent enough, but those sauces and condiments you're slathering on your food could be secret sources of sodium. Ketchup, soy sauce, salad dressings. These flavor enhancers can really add up in terms of sodium content. Just a tablespoon of some sauces can contain hundreds of milligrams of sodium. Now, I'm not saying you have to eat your food bland and boring. There are ways to enjoy flavorful meals without going overboard on sodium. When choosing sauces and condiments, be sure to read the nutrition labels carefully. Look for low sodium or reduced sodium options, or try making your own at home using fresh ingredients. You can also experiment with herbs, spices, and citrus juices to add flavor without the added salt. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite social lubricant, alcohol. While a glass of wine with dinner might seem harmless, excessive alcohol consumption can actually raise your blood pressure. When you drink alcohol, it causes your blood vessels to constrict, which means your heart has to work harder to pump blood throughout your body. Over time, this can lead to high blood pressure and other health problems. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up alcohol entirely. If you enjoy the occasional drink, moderation is key. For healthy adults, that means up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. And remember, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor about what's right for you. Chapter 8. Caffeine friend or foe for your blood pressure. Let's face it, many of us rely on that morning cup of coffee or tea to jumpstart our day. But did you know that caffeine can actually cause a temporary spike in your blood pressure? Now, not everyone is equally sensitive to caffeine's effects. Some people can drink coffee all day long without any noticeable changes in their blood pressure, while others experience a significant increase after just 1 cup. The key here is to listen to your body and pay attention to how caffeine affects you. If you notice that caffeine tends to make your heart race or you feel jittery after consuming it, it's probably a good idea to limit your intake or choose decaffeinated options. Chapter 9. Sugar, the sweet saboteur of your blood pressure. We all have a sweet tooth, but if you're watching your blood pressure, it's important to be mindful of your sugar intake. Consuming too much sugar can lead to weight gain, which is a major risk factor for high blood pressure. When you carry extra weight, your heart has to work harder to pump blood throughout your body, which puts extra strain on your arteries. This can lead to high blood pressure over time. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up sweets entirely. Just be mindful of your portion sizes and try to limit your intake of sugary drinks, processed snacks, and desserts. Instead, focus on incorporating more whole, unprocessed foods into your diet like fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. Chapter 10. Red meat, enjoy in moderation for heart health. A juicy steak or a hearty burger can be tempting, but if you're trying to manage your blood pressure, it's best to enjoy red meat in moderation. Red meat, especially fatty cuts, is high in saturated fat, which can raise your cholesterol levels and contribute to heart disease. High cholesterol can lead to plaque buildup in your arteries, making it harder for blood to flow through. This can put extra strain on your heart and lead to high blood pressure over time. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up red meat completely. If you enjoy it, choose leaner cuts of meat and trim away any visible fat. You can also try grilling, baking, or broiling your meat instead of frying it to reduce the amount of added fat. Outro: take control of your blood pressure. Thanks for watching. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of the foods that can impact your blood pressure. Remember, making small changes to your diet can make a big difference in your overall health. If you have any concerns about your blood pressure, be sure to talk to your doctor. They can help you create a personalized plan to manage your condition and improve your heart health. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more health tips. Stay healthy and see you next time.